I've already gone live. We're live now.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. I can already see the comment section. It's so beautiful to see you all here. Mr. Clifford, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining early. That's great. I mean, that's so encouraging. So, please, can we have you guys introduce yourself quickly? Let's meet ourselves in the comment section. Tell us your name and especially where you're joining us from and your expectation. Just those three informations we'll do right now. Your name, where you're joining us from, and your expectation. Henry, welcome. Where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? And what are your expectations for this webinar? So yeah, I hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, drop it in the comment section that you can hear me. If you can hear me, tell me that you can hear me. Nathan, Nathan from Kano. Femi from Abia State. All right, thank you, Annie. Thank you. Richard from Lagos. Thank you so much. We're glad to make this happen too. James from Nigeria. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have opportunity like this. Yeah, thank you so much. So nobody is telling me their expectations. Are you joining without an expectation? Tell me your expectations. I mean, from this training. Stephen wants to learn how to build business solutions in health and safety. That's beautiful. How to build solutions, how to build business solutions, and that's what we're here about. That's what we are here for, to learn how to build solutions, to become builders, right? We understand that we're in a world of AI, and most time people are just used to the AI tools alone, but we are here to learn the steps you need to take to become someone who can build solutions for business, because that's where the real gold is. Hoping to get more knowledge and see what opportunities I can make out of it. That's beautiful. I am expected to have an idea on how to pitch a prompt in AI. Okay. Best from Akure, welcome. Hope the cost of training will be affordable. All right, somebody cannot wait. My expectations is able to build apps. Okay. Of course, this is AI engineering. Of course, it's way beyond even building apps. This is about building systems. It's about building, integrating AI even into apps, into software to make them more intelligent, right? So to become a real AI developer, to solve problems in agriculture. I love the fact that people are even, domain specific. Nice, nice. I mean, seeing that you have expectations makes it worthwhile to be here to make this opportunity available. And we're so glad. This is Ayonaire. You're welcome. And my name is Olua Polumi. I am the CMO for Ayonaire, and this is not the first time we're going to be doing something like this. I mean, knowledge to as many people as are willing to have it. And the reason why we do this is we are an academy, we are an institute that is looking at harvesting as many people in Africa as possible into the tech space, into the tech world, because we know that is where the future is. And the future is now, right? The future is not tomorrow. So we want people whose voices will matter in the things that matter, all right? And technology is what matters now and in the future, as you know it. And AI is even here, all right? So that is why we are doing things like this, to open people's eyes to this information. I myself here, I'm into tech. Damilare is into tech. A lot of other people are going to come up here today. We're into tech. Why? Because one day, some days ago, some years ago, we also heard about opportunities like this, and it helped us to know the opportunities to take. So I'm so glad that we have this opportunity to also open your eyes to what is happening in our world right now, not just within our local space, but internationally. Thank you all for dropping um your expectations. I'm still expecting more. I'm still expecting more. We're going to start in about 2 minutes. All right. Once again, welcome. Once again, welcome. We're so happy to have you here. You should be able to hear me now. I can see people talking about the audio. I was okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we're going to get started now. We're going to get started now and dive into it because there's no time to waste. And I believe that everybody here wants to take something home. And of course, we are not here to waste our time. Of course, this webinar has been made free by Ayonaire Academy. However, we are paying with time, all right? And you are paying with attention, all right? So it's still paid depending on how you see it. So thank you for being present again. Once again, my name is Oluwapelini. In case you want to mention my name in the comment section, and I'm so happy and delighted to welcome you to this webinar, which I believe to some of you, depending on how you take the webinar, is going to be one of the most important 90 minutes you've ever invested, all right, this year, depending on how you take it. Because today, it's not about hyping up AI and telling you what does not exist about here. We are not here to tell you, oh, this is how you can become AI engineer in the next 2 weeks, in the next 4 weeks. You can start working in the toppest companies in the world. No, we're not here to tell you that you can start watching random videos or maybe saving several videos about AI, or we're not here to give you prompts that you can use for ChatGPT, just to get some result out of it. Tonight, we are giving you clarity. I can see a lot of you in the comment section saying you want to know how to take the step into the world of AI engineering. You want to become an AI engineer. So, a lot of you need clarity. So, now we are here to give you clarity. We are here to show you what AI engineering really means in 2026. I know there are a lot of information out there. It could be confusing, and that is why we're doing this tonight to give you clarity. We are here to tell you what companies are really hiring for. All right. What are the things, what are the skills you really need to pick up? What really matters in the grand scheme of things? What mistakes are people making? All right. And what is the step by step roadmap, that can get you there? And before we go very deep, I want you to do something for me. If you are here and you've been trying to watch AI, videos on online about AI engineering, but you are tired of the randomness, can you type it in the comment section? All right. You want clarity because you've been watching random videos, you've been having so many information, you've been watching different people and getting different information about AI, or maybe AI engineering as a whole, and you are tired of that, but now you want to get clarity. Type "I am ready" in the chat. I am ready. I am ready. If you've, maybe because you're interested, you've tried to watch a lot of videos to get clarity and you're tired, but you want to get a clear path into AI engineering. You want to know what is the step by step action you need to take, then type "I am ready." I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. And the next set of people I would love to see type in the comment section: "I am exhausted with randomness." I love that. I love that energy from Desmond. All right. Someone said, "I may be that." I know, right? This happens a lot of times. This happens a lot of times, and it doesn't give people headway. All right. The second set of people I want to hear from are people who use AI. If you know you use AI here, AI tools, Claude, you use chat gpt, you use maybe n8n, maybe you even build with Zapier, maybe you build agentic AI with these automation apps, you use whatever AI of any sort, but you really want to become a builder. You don't just want to be the person that uses AI, you want to be the person that builds it. Then type "builder" in the chat. Type "builder." I love the energy that all of you are bringing on board, really. I love the energy. I love the energy. So type "builder" if you really don't want to, just want to stop. You do not want to stop at just using AI, but you want to become a builder. Type "builder" in the comment section. Okay, I'm seeing the har. I use Meta AI, DeepSeek, Gemini. Great. A lot of people use Gemini, for pictures. Different great AIs out there, great solutions. So I see somebody say in the comment section the other time, "I want to be, build business solutions." That is what it is about. All right, building solutions for businesses, and I love what I'm seeing in the comment section. You see, the word "builder" is very important, and at the end of this masterclass, you would understand why the biggest opportunity in AI is not just for people who use AI tools. ChatGPT is great. It makes your work faster. It makes the job easier. In no time, you generated pictures with Gemini. However, the people that are making the most money are not the people that are writing content with AI. They are the people building the AI system themselves. All right. And that is why this masterclass matters. In short, well, let me tell you, and I need you to hold any of this part or all of it that is important to you, because that is what we're going to be learning in this masterclass. In the next 90 minutes, all right, we're going to be running through what AI engineering is. You're going to be getting absolute clarity on that part. So you don't have to go around looking for random videos anymore. Why AI is creating new global career opportunities. You're beginning to hear people tell you there are now jobs in AI. What is happening and why is AI creating global career opportunities? Now we're going to be telling you that. What is the difference between those who use AI and those who build AI? We're going to be seeing that today. So you're going to know where you are and where you need to get to. Also, we're going to be showing you the exact roadmap from beginner to job ready AI engineer. All right. So where you're going to start from to how to become job ready as an AI engineer. All right, we're also going to be showing you the skills and the tools that company are hiring for in 2026. A lot of people just tell people, go for AI engineering, go for engineering, go and learn engineering. And people just, sit with random videos. And eventually they do not fit into any job because they do not have the skills or the actual tools that companies are truly hiring for in 2026. Also, we're going to be showing you the projects that you can build that will prove to recruiters that yes, this person does really know his or her onions. We're also going to show you how to position your CV, your GitHub, your LinkedIn, and also your portfolio, and also how Ayonaire Academy can help you build, production ready AI systems. Is somebody excited? Looks like that's going to be a lot of learning that you're going to do. Looks like that's going to be a lot of learning you're going to do. Is somebody excited? Somebody excited. All right, let's get moving. So that those are the things we're going to be showing you tonight. All right, and it's important that you hold on to what is important for you in this class, and you take the information that is necessary for you to take the next step. All right. So a lot of people are presently confused now, maybe because you've watched a lot of videos. A lot of people say tech is saturated. A lot of people say you must have computer science degree before you can enter into engineering, before you can even enter into tech. That is a major thing you've heard before. You're going to know if it's a misconception or if it is true. And some people are saying AI engineering is only for software engineers. Some people even think that AI engineering means just using these AI tools. All of that is going to be solved today. All right. So some people are also even learning some things randomly. Some people are watching prompt engineering. Tomorrow they are watching video on Python. To Next tomorrow they are watching video on Langshin and many other things, and they abandon everything eventually, and then they start over. And so the cycle continues, and that becomes a problem, because the problem itself is not that people are not learning, but when people learn without structure, when people learn without direction, without projects, or without clear engineering thinking, eventually you're not suitable even to get a job in that regard. And that is why this masterclass is very important, because you need a clear path. You need a clear path. And I mentioned initially when you entered here, we are not going to tell you anything close to what some of you wants to hear, which is how you can learn AI engineering so fast and get a job so fast. I know some people would, do trainings for you, or you will see videos online telling you how you can become AI engineer in 2 weeks, in 10 days, in fact. And they tell you to just go and watch a video on building agentic AIs and then you're fine. So that's not what we're going to tell you tonight. It's not a get rich quick. Of course, it's a very lucrative niche. That's the information we are giving you. However, it's not something that you just jump into overnight. All right, it takes process. So if you want someone to tell you that yeah, you can become a professional engineer without learning, without process, without it taking time, without you feeling tired along the line, and motivating yourself again, without you building projects, without you debugging system, improving it, then this is not the place you need to be, because we are going to tell you the exact way you're going to do it. And it's going to be your choice if you want to do it that way, if you want to do it the right way and get the best result or not. So it's important that we tell you that. All right. This is where you get the real information from. It's very, very important. You need the right roadmap, you need the right structure, and you need the right mentorship. And that is what we want to do for you tonight. So if you are a total beginner, this masterclass is going to be useful for you, because yes, we are taking it from, even if you're a total beginner, then it's this is how you can move to becoming an engineer. If you're a recent graduate, it's going to be very useful for you. If you're a working professional, maybe you are a banker, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, depending on whichever field you are, you're a working professional, you're looking to switch or transition into engineering, this masterclass is going to be absolutely useful for you. Or even if you're already in tech, you're a data analyst, you are a software developer, or you are a non-tech professional, all right, maybe you're a teacher, you're not necessarily into tech area, this is going to be useful for you. You're going to be able to use this information. And I must say specifically, if you do not have a background in, let's say, computer science, you didn't study computer science in school. I didn't study computer science in school myself. I study biochemistry, both in BSc and in masters. All right, and I'm in tech right now. And I can guarantee you, in the last webinar we did, our guest speaker was also absolutely not in tech. He studied agricultural science and is a senior analyst in McKinsey. If you know that company, it's a global company here. It works here in Europe, all right? And it's important for you to know that even if you see the job, they're going to write it, oh yeah, we're looking for people with backgrounds here. But I've never, applied for a job where they asked me for my school certificate here. All right, so they do not bother about these things. What they want to see is what you have built, is what you do, is if you have the knowledge and the solutions at hand. So for those who have that fear of, I don't think it really works that way, it does. They write it on the job description because that's the norm. But when you come on board, Sometimes they can ask you, oh, how did you transition from maybe your background to tech? That's all. I've never, experienced a thing as asking for certificate or saying, oh, you don't have this background. So for those of you that have that fear, I hope that takes away the fear. All right. So that is it for you. Whichever part of that those people that I just mentioned that you are, this masterclass is going to be absolutely useful for you. Please give me 1 minute, guys. I need to drink water. Okay. Please, I am going to intermittently take breaks to take water. I am human. As I'm speaking, it can be tiring. Okay, but I'm glad to do it. I'm always energized when I see people that are ready to learn, but it's okay. Thank you so much. I can see your comments. Thank you all. All right. So as I was saying, I was talking about the background. All right. So your background is not a disadvantage to you. It's okay if you have like a background in computer science, whatever it is, and then you can learn, but it doesn't have to be like I told you, I do not have a background. I've learned a lot of things I never did in school. All right. So it depends on how you see it, how you really want to do it. All right. So, and sometimes some of you have such a background that can be such an advantage. And because it's not in tech or in science or in computer, you think, oh, it's not necessary in tech, but that's not true. For example, some of you are bankers. All right. If you learn AI engineering, you have such an edge to build solutions in the finance industry. For example, you can build finance AI system that can easily detect fraud. You are already a banker. You are not necessarily someone who is like an IT specialist. You're not an ICT engineer or something like that. But you have a background in banking. If you learn AI engineering, it gives you an edge in that area because you understand how the banking industry work. For example, you're an healthcare professional, learning AI engineering can really help you to know, even beyond someone that is not in healthcare, what kind of solutions you can build with AI in the healthcare industry because you've been in the industry and you understand what is going on. All right. For example, you're a lawyer and you learn AI engineering, then you can begin to build, legal document intelligence systems. Or you're a teacher, you learn AI engineering, you can begin to build learning assistants, assessment tools, applications that can, give reports to parents about how their students are performing in school based on the input of the teachers. These are things that can make life easy to people, all right? So depending on what you do, you're into real estate, you're a real estate professional, so you can begin to build property recommendation systems. You're a business person and you learn in engineering. So these backgrounds, it does not necessarily have to be your educational backgrounds that you have working, experiences like that become an edge for you if you use it rightly. So the question is not if you have a perfect background, the question is what roadmap can you follow that can help you to learn rightly, to build the right skills, to have the right tools, to be able to use the right tools, and then be able to build the right solution. All right. And if that is the question in your mind, if that's what you're looking for, then tonight is the night for you. Because we have people on board, I'm still going to introduce them to you. I believe you've probably seen them on the flyers, but I'm going to introduce them to you. So there is a big shift happening now, and you have seen it. It's everywhere. If you are here, you've not seen that big shift, then you're not on this planet, right? So the world is moving from the time of not really invested in using AI to using AI. Even in supermarket here where I use before, when you want to maybe buy fruit and then you want to self-pay, and when I'm trying to self-pay, you search for the fruit, but now you can just scan the fruit and then AI tells you what the fruit is. It's just so fast. I mean, in even little things like that. All right. So AI is getting integrated in almost every business that you can see around, especially in the developed world here. AI is getting integrated a lot. And beyond that big shift, another big shift that is happening now is AI is moving from AI. I mean, the world is moving from AI users to AI builders, all right? Not just people who would say, okay, yeah, let me write content with AI and that is all, or then you just give AI tools and tutorials, or you just ask AI for answers. All of that is cool. But now companies are looking for AI builders, right? People can build AI power system, people can build rack system, AI agents, people can build AI agent, people can create systems that solve problems. And I don't know, sorry, I'm using this example, but in data analysis world, you see that even Excel, Microsoft Excel has imputed AI into it such that instead of writing different things on table, you can just tell Copilot divide these things into columns and then it is done. All right. So everybody is integrating AI into every stuff that they do now. Every system, Microsoft, everybody's integrating AI. So companies are looking for people that create the system that solve this problem because that is how the system are sustaining themselves now. All right. So now people are not competing based on prices. Now they are competing on people who can give solutions that are faster, more effective, that can help save time and save cost. All right. So rather than learning randomly, the world has shifted to building with structure. Rather than consuming AI, the world has shifted into creating with AI. So now that we see that the world is shifting into AI, this is the point where you need to move. All right. So an AI user will just be someone who uses ChatGPT to write content. I've said that before. Maybe use it to summarize document, maybe use it to generate idea brainstorm and all of that. All right. Everybody should know how to use AI tools. It's great. But companies will not necessarily pay you premium to do that. All right, you've heard about layoffs happening, right? That's because AI can do some things now. So instead of needing four people, they probably just need two people that can use AI to speed up work. All right. However, companies are paying hugely for people who can build with AI because they need to build more things into and incorporate more things into their companies that are AI based, AI powered system. They need to build that more. So they are looking more for AI builders and they are paying hugely for people who can build these things. All right. They are paying people who can build rack systems that can answer questions from company on like basis. So companies are beginning because most companies have what do we call this? I don't know, it just kept in my mind. Um Maybe they have novel ideas they are thinking of in their head. They do not necessarily trust Gemini, or they will not necessarily go and trust ChatGPT with those information. Right. So instead of that, they are beginning to build their own ChatGPT. I would use that word so that you can understand, such that they can upload the system, the documents within the company into it. And when they're asking questions, it fits them off the document. So each company is beginning to build their own system. All right, they are beginning to build their own models that can help them within the company. So they are looking for AI builders. So this is the major shift that is happening, and they are building people. They are paying a lot for these people who can build AI agents. People can build AI models, so APIs, databases, and all of these things. It's very important. That is a major difference between AI users, people that consume AI, and AI builders, people that create the AI itself, people that AI that people depend on and people pay for. Is it clear? Am I too fast? Am I rushing? Are you getting me? Because that is important. That is important. That is important. Are you understanding? I need your comments. Are you getting it? Do you have any clarity so far? Keep moving. Keep moving. Somebody said true. All right. That's why we are here. And yellow at right. Okay, great. Okay. All right, so let's move on. People said we should move on. That's good. So we're going to move fast because we still have a lot of things to cover. So tonight we'll begin by helping you understand how people actually get into AI engineering, even if they're coming from non-tech backgrounds, unrelated background. How do they do it? Where would they start from? All right, we'll help you to see that. Also, we'll look at the global AI boom that is happening in companies in US, in Canada, the UK, and major markets that are urgently looking for AI talent. And please, I say this all the time when I have training for people. Nobody should give you an information that is unverifiable. All right. So if I'm giving you any information here, please, you have Google is your friend. There are even a lot of AI. Even if you type on Google now, it will give you AI mode, right? You can verify these informations, all right? If you think, oh, this one looks exaggerated, then verify them. All right. For example, I said that you don't necessarily need a background in computer science. Verify these things, all right? You don't have to take it verbatim. So all of the informations we are giving to you here are coming from, research. So they are coming from a place of research. They are coming from a place of knowledge from experts that are within the industry that we've gotten. We've had to interview people that are in this industry. What is actually happening in the industry? These are people that organize this interview for people that are coming into their company. What are the questions you are asking? What are the things you are seeking to see in a candidate you want to employ? So these are things that we've gathered from hiring managers, from research on standard institutions across the world. So you can always verify this information. So I'm saying that so that you don't just think anything is underhyped or overhyped. These are things that you should find out about yourself. Even as I'm saying it, you can definitely, type it out there on Google and see if this thing is verifiable or if this thing is true. So to I just said that randomly. So we're also going to discuss the state of AI engineering right now in 2026, because of course the market is changing. So at the end of this, I believe that you will have absolute clarity, because we're going to talk about interview preparation, all of that, just to walk you through the entire thing. We're not turning you into an AI engineer tonight, all right? But to walk you through so that you have clarity, the next step, to take from here. And of course, we're going to have Q&A at the end. We have expert here. I mean, AI engineers that are working for big companies, and we brought them all the way so that you hear from us is not you hear from those who are actually doing the real thing. All right. So this is not the kind of session you want to leave halfway, because if you miss one information, you would have lost a lot of information. So it's important that towards the end, I will also introduce Ayonaire Academy to you again, and also the 10-month AI engineering program that we have, how it works, what makes it different, the project you will build, the support you will receive, and everything that is going on at the moment. All right. So these are the important informations that you need to hear for yourself. Okay. So let's keep moving. I wanted to mention that when you want to learn your engineering, this is not something to stop at prompt engineering. All right. This is not something you just want to learn basic Python. This is not something you just want to learn machine learning theory. It's important when students want to go through AI engineering. You learn Python, you learn, statistics, data handling, machine learning, LangChain, a lot of other things, right? I don't want it to feel overwhelming for you, because we are going to break it down how it happens. A lot of these names might look big on the outside. Python is one of those things that looks so big to me. Every single time I heard it, I was scared until I learned it. Actually, I'm not saying it's not going to you're not going to work, but I just thought it was something I could never learn. But fortunately for me, it's something that I eventually learned. So you could hear some of the terminologies tonight, MLOps, LLM mobs, all of these things, and I'm like, oh my god, what is this? Where am I going to start from? I just did agricultural science in school. I was just a biochemist in school. You don't have to bother your head. Whatever you learn, whatever you open your mind to learn, you are capable of knowing it. Whatever you're able to learn, you are capable of knowing it. Is that okay? All right. Later in this session, I'm going to hand over to our guest speaker, and they will take you deeper on the practical side of AI engineering, and they will help you understand the real skills, the project. That's why we brought them on board, the tools, the curriculum structure, and how you can move from beginner level to building, AI systems. So you are not here for motivational talk. You are here for the real deal. You will see the practical path we have shaped out for you to see. You're going to understand the structure, and then at the end, you'll be able to say, oh, clearly, this is what engineering is. These are the skills that I need. These are the tools that I need. This is the path I need to follow. And that's how we move. All right. That's how we roll here. It's important. So quickly, let's talk about the opportunities that is moving around the world now before I give it over to the guest speaker. Because AI now, like I said, is no longer it's the future, but it's no longer a tomorrow conversation. The future is already here. AI is already everywhere. We're making videos with AI, doing a lot of things with AI. It's already changing how companies hire. And I'm not joking with you. I have a lot of people around me that work and that interview, um, that are always on the interview panel here. All right. They're always on the interview panel, and it's an international place. All right. It's Europe. These are things, these are global standards. All right. And now, even for as basic roles, I wouldn't say basic, but even for roles that normally they would not had you necessarily needing AI for, they're beginning to add it. Why? Because companies understand that the world has moved. All right. So this is beginning to separate people that they hire from the people that they cannot hire. All right. AI has changed how people build products. AI has changed how businesses serve customers, how we analyze data, how we automate work, how we even compete globally. All right, so it's important that you know that companies are also adopting AI very fast. They need people who understand AI first of all. There are still a lot of people hiring. I mean, people who understand AI, who can use AI tools. However, now people are hiring, companies are hiring people who can build and manage AI systems for them. All right. And AI tools are becoming absolutely powerful because they get tax automated. You must understand that businesses are always looking for ways to cut costs, but they will spend money on what they think is very, very valuable to them. What do I mean? They are looking for people that will build AI for them that can make them cut cost on hiring. So, for example, maybe there are AI agents that can do the work of five people for them. So they will cut the cost of about five people. So they want to save cost. So, and this is where you come in, being able to build the solutions for them. All right. And they also need builders who can turn this AI into business value for them. So AI being able to build AI could help business to generate more money, because this can be a standalone solution on its own. And AI engineering is actually the way to go to do that, to understand it. So AI engineering is becoming a very, very serious career path, and is still at its fertile stage. Is still at its fertile age. AI has been in existence for a long time. A lot of people don't know. AI has been in existence for as long as 30 years. All right, it was just not the very big thing that people know. However, in the last 2 years it has become a thing, especially immediately ChatGPT came on board. It became a big deal. So people are now starting to unravel the mystery behind AI, and that is why you see AI tools now coming up in a lot of places, people generating songs with AI, because people are now beginning to unravel what they can do with technology and these AI tools. All right. So it is still in its very primitive stage, it's in its very prime. So entering into the industry at this time is such an advantage. And you have to see the big picture, because it's not something that will happen later. All right. Companies are already using it in a lot of ways, and you need to understand that. And AI has created a new career divide. All right. The reason I say that is that I think this year alone, let me just use Amazon for example. Amazon has laid off thousands of people. These are things that you can find out. And generally, worldwide, millions of people have been laid off in the last 3 years. Most especially in the last 2 years. And in 2026 alone, it will surprise you that it's just 6 months, but thousands of people have been laid off. So AI has created a new divide. All right, the AI economy is here, and it has created two groups of professionals. The first people are the people that are at risk. These are people who do repetitive work. I don't know the kind of job you do at the moment, but if it's a repetitive task, even if your company has not gotten to that point, someday they will. And don't ever think that there is a job out there to help you survive. The day your company feels that they have they can spend lesser doing your job that they are spending on you, they are going to let you go. It is just normal. It's not because they are wicked, it's because they're in business to make money. All right, so if you're doing a repetitive job at the moment, it's something that it's just repetitive. If there's a process to it, it's something that they can build an AI agent for. All right. People that are using AI just casually. All right. These are people that are at risk. And people that are learning randomly and then just say, okay, I think I'm going to know AI one day, I'm going to become an AI engineering one day. Those people are at risk also. Or people that are waiting for certainty. These people are at risk also. So now the people that are in demand are people that can build this AI system. There is demand. You have LinkedIn, you have Indeed. These are job boards. You have several job boards there, glass doors. You can check for this for those roles there. All right. So if you are saying the job is available, you can check for these roles there. If I have time, I'm going to still do that with you and check for these roles. They are available. These are the things in demand now. All right. So people that can build their engineering products, people that can follow the roadmap, people that can get into a business, hear about a business, and begin to, suggest the kind of solutions that can be given to them. So it's important that you understand that. All right. So when people are looking to hire you, there are a lot of questions on their mind. There are a lot of questions on their mind. Um, the people that are trying to hire you are thinking, can you build systems that can help them make more money, cut costs, improve on time, and a lot of other things. So depending on the area that you eventually choose, there are many, many solutions that you can build. So let's quickly look at why companies are hiring AI builders. Why do you think companies are hiring AI builders? Why do you think companies are hiring AI builders? Okay. So the reason they are doing that is because they want workflow automation, they want chatbot, they want AI agents, they want machine learning models, they want forecasting. For example, in sales, forecasting is very powerful. Forecasting is very powerful. It determines the budget and it determines a lot of things. If you've ever been in sales, you will understand that forecasting is very powerful. They pay a lot for people who understand the skill of forecasting. So if you can build an AI system that really helps with forecasting, that will save them a lot of money, will save them stressing to help the company itself. So these are examples of things that AI engineering can do, and this is why business hire them. And this is why business hire them. All right. So quickly, I'm going to introduce to you our speaker. His name is Oluwadamilare Ogunleke and is the Chief Operating Officer here at Ayonaire. He's a machine learning expert, is an AI researcher, and he's here tonight. He's going to be sharing a lot of information for you, to you about AI engineering. He's going to be taking you deep into some things. And before I invite our next speaker on board, Damilare, please, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Well done. Nice to be here.
Thank you. Okay, so that's Damilari, and he will be coming up on board to share a lot of things with us. But before that, let me say this quickly about people who are, you know, afraid maybe, AI engineering, AI is taking jobs away or it's going to take their jobs away and all of that. This is a major fear that came with the coming of AI. And I understand the fear, all right, because AI can do a lot of things. And one thing I will say is this has always been happening from agricultural age to industrial age, from industrial age to technology age, where we are now. Things are always changing and moving. So your fear does not in any way impede anything from happening. The world will still keep moving. So when other people are parading themselves with the fear of, oh, will AI take my job? If you are here from now, your thought should be, how can I get on the wagon? Imagine the agricultural age, and they were telling people, come to the industry, come and learn how to use these tools in the industry, come and learn how to work, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, no, I've always known agriculture. I'm going to stay in the farm. But people that got onto the skill earlier became the people that were hired to work in the industry. And of course, the work of agriculture, of course, is still existing, but reduced drastically. The same thing happened during the industry experience. People were working in steel industry, they were making steels, they were doing a lot of things, and then technology came and they said, oh, there's technology, come and learn how to use these tools, come and learn how to use Salesforce, come and learn how to use several other tools out there. And they're like, no, technology is too, I don't know, people say that there's fear, the uncertain, is it real, is it not real? And then it moved, and people that started earning more were people in tech. By tech, I mean people who could operate things online digitally, several other skills began to come out of it. And that's the same thing that's going to happen now. Like I said, this is a very primitive stage. This is still very early. So if you are afraid, if you want to sit on the fence of, I'm not sure where this will go, it is better it meets you there than finding out eventually that you are late. So this is the same thing that will happen. A lot of more roles will begin to open in the AI engineering world, in the AI world generally. And it is those who have equipped themselves with the skill that will be fit for these roles. So I just wanted to say that for some people who just, keep themselves within the fear of, oh, this thing is just too much for my head. I don't think I'm going to understand it. The first thing you must do is to step into the waters first. The first time I learned data analysis, I will be sincere. I left it after, was it 6 months? Because it was over the top of my head. And I thought maybe it was not just for me. But eventually I went back to it. And then I saw that, okay, in essence, whatever it is that you're just doing for the first time will look like that to you. It's normal. This is not something you've ever done before. And then the second time I had to do it, I mean, the second time I went into my training, it became much clearer and I understood this thing better. So if all of the things that are going to be shared with you looks like it's over the top of your head, I don't know what they are talking about. It's because you've never heard it before. It's because you've never learned it before, and that makes you human. Not because you are too dull for it, you are not smart for it. No. So I need you to get those limitations of your mind, get the best out of what we are doing tonight, and then make the right decision. So Ayo, Damilare, please, I'm going to bring you on board now because of time so that we don't spend too much time and then we can have time to delve into the most important part. Thank you. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much for that very wonderful introduction, Belumi. Hi, everyone, and good evening. Please, if you can hear me, just drop like a confirmation in the chat so I can get to hear you. So I'm sure you guys can hear me quite well. So Belumi has actually been doing very well to, introduce us to what the. Oh, I'm seeing in the chat that somebody said you've taken time. Sincere apologies about that. We are trying to lay the right foundation so that we're able to, build on that and um, get the best of what we are here to do this evening. So apologies about that. But rest assured, you are here to get value and just please sit tight and let's take it up from there. So a very good question to ask ourselves is, I mean, AI engineering, AI automation, AI this, AI that. There's a lot of buzzwords that goes on around AI essentially, and I'd just like to ask us, what do we think AI engineering essentially is? Anyone that wants to help us in the chat, I want to see if possibly there is one person who has got a good idea about what AI engineering is. I know you've used ChatGPT, you've used Claude, you've used Zapier to automate one or two things, but what exactly do you think AI engineering is? Anybody? I cannot see anything in the comments. Anyone that wants to help us with what an AI engineer is. All right. So basically, an AI engineer is a builder, right? An AI engineer is a builder. Okay, Yusuf says it has to do with understanding the architecture of building a function system. Good one. True Series says an AI engineer builds a agentic system. That's also very much correct. I think that a very interesting part of what you guys have said so far is that we all agree that an AI engineer is a builder. And I mean, that is all that makes all the difference between who an AI engineer is and who an AI user is. So, I mean, we have two types of people in the world today. It is not male or female, rich or poor. It is those that use AI and those that actually build AI. So who is an AI user? An AI user is that person who is always on comments on social media and always begging for the next available prompt. I don't know if you guys have seen people like that on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Probably somebody has put up a very nice AI generated image or shot a very nice video about an AI story, and then it says, drop a comment in the chat to get this prompt. And then people are dropping on Instagram prompt, 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 prompt. So that's somebody that is an AI user, or let me say a prompt user or a prompt beggar. However, ChatGPT master, thank you very much, Star Baby. But an AI engineer actually looks at a problem and then builds AI solution to counter that problem. That is just the very simple difference between who an AI engineer is and who an AI user is. Now, the interesting thing to also note is that AI engineering is not just one thing. It is actually a discipline that is all encompassing. What do I mean by that? AI engineering, right, has a whole lot of subdomain, and within those subdomains are opportunities that you that is on this call today as a Nigerian and as an African has an opportunity to play a role in. In case you are not very familiar, one of the very next big thing in the African industrial age is the Dangote refinery, and currently that refinery um employs about 50,000 people to man the operation of that system. Within the refinery, there is the need for what is called predictive capabilities, right, that are able to optimize the production of refined products in the Dangote refinery. And within those subdomains, those sub-departments, you find AI engineers, you find programmers, you find data handlers, you find machine learning engineers and researchers, you find AI engineers who look at the data that the refinery has generated over the last 3 years that has been in operation, and then are able to now use that data, model that data, and then transpose that data into intelligent systems that can say, oh, if we have been able to consistently produce 650,000 barrels of crude oil, refined products per day, then if we tweak X and Y, then we should be able to approach 700,000 barrels of refined products per day. And guys, just this week, the Dangote refinery successfully phased out from 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day to 700,000 barrels of crude oil per day. In between all of those stuffs are AI engineers and builders who look at what is obtainable currently and then are able to transpose that into solutions that brings value to businesses. To answer your question, Mystica, this session is recorded and you can always come back to this channel to view it. So, what do AI engineers essentially build? If, like me, you have decided that you don't want to be an AI user or a prompt beggar anymore, and you want to start to get into, actually building AI systems, then what do AI engineers build? AI engineers build RAG systems. RAG is not the cloth that is bad in your house that you're not using again. RAG actually is an acronym that stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. It is that system that is able to sift through thousands of documents and then extract meaningful information. It saves you time, it drives productivity, and then it allows you to get insights faster than if you have to go through hundreds and hundreds of endless pages of books. Some of us are students on this call, and probably you have an exam coming up and you just uploaded a PDF note to ChatGPT or Copilot and you say, please summarize this text and give me a brief summary and blah 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 blah. And then it just tells you it's thinking, it's thinking, it's thinking, and then voila, you have a full summary of everything that a textbook that has thousands of pages is all about. The system that makes that possible is what is called the retrieval augmented generation. And you that is on this call today can also learn the skills to start building, not just being a user of those systems. What again do AI engineers build? If you are in healthcare, you build predictive diagnostic agents and intelligent systems. If you are in finance, we're talking about you building fraud detection models, forecasting systems, AI dashboards, and AI APIs, like that, like that, like that, like that. Now, let me tell you something. AI engineering is not begging for prompts like people do all over social media in the name of wanting to feel among or become. I don't know what that is. I've not done that and I'm not interested in doing that. It is not just wrapping up certificates on Coursera or Udemy or, I mean, all of those, what's it called? EdTech that are out there that promises you that come and learn AI engineering in 2 weeks and then you become like the next OpenAI CEO. No, that is not what AI engineering is. And the very fact that you know how to prompt AI, you know how to prompt ChatGPT very well, also does not make you an AI engineer. It is also not sitting down and reading pages and endless pages of books or documentation or even newsletters on AI. Like myself now, I subscribe to about 10 different newsletters on AI, and every morning I'm always reading up on the latest industry trends. But that I read up on those trends do not make me an AI engineer at all. So what makes you an AI engineer actually is in the very fact that you are able to um, look at an existing problem and then decide that okay, this is the best approach I want to use, either building a RAG system, or you're thinking of creating AI agents to manage more workflow so that the businesses you are doing that for derives value. You see, one thing we need to understand is that the end game of artificial intelligence at the end of every day is that it derives value to the users. Whatever it is you are doing that does not bring real value, and when I say value, value is relative, but in most in the business sense, value actually means money. So wherever it is you are working and you are using AI and it is not bringing that value or money to the organization you are working with, you are absolutely just wasting everybody's time, so to say, right? So the first thing you need to know if you're going to become a builder and not a user of AI is that you need to have the builder mindset. The very first thing that needs to happen to you essentially is that your mindset needs to absolutely change. Somebody type in the chat and say, my mindset needs to change. I want to ensure that we're actually driving a real transformation tonight. Please type in the chat, in the comment. Let me see. My mindset needs to change. Anybody? Um, can people hear me? Me. Yeah, thank you very much. So my mindset needs to change. My mindset needs to change. Thank you very much. So you need to move away from being a user to actually being a builder. So what's the very big takeaway is that organizations are finding it very interesting to work with people who are able to build solutions to solve their problems, and they are absolutely looking forward to, getting you on board, to be. Somebody said I need to repent. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, thank you very much. So let's cut to the chase. The question really is, on a day to day, what does an AI engineer do when you come to work and you say you're an AI engineer and you are being paid $3,000 per month? What do you do? As an AI engineer, you work mostly with data. And one thing you need to know is that a lot of companies have a lot of data that is sitting in their database, sort of, and they need you to come in and then use those data to actually build AI solutions. So you work with data, you develop machine learning models, and find a way to also at times fine tune large language models, what we refer to as LLM, right? and use this to now build solutions and then deploy it to actually drive real business value. So some of the common AI engineering roles as it is today, we have there is a machine learning engineer role, there is a generative AI engineer, we have large language models engineers, we have AI product engineers, we have machine learning ops engineer. We have quite a lot of roles in the field of AI. Don't forget that I said a while ago that the AI engineering domain is all encompassing. It means that across the different value chain, there are a lot of what's it called? There are a lot of values that you can derive and work get into. So what are those things that are expected of you if you are to come into AI engineering? The questions that companies are asking are, can you build this? And if you can build this, can you explain your approach or what is referred to as system architecture? What is the thought process that takes you from this problem that we have in this organization with this our data, and how do you walk us through using your AI engineering knowledge to actually give us a refined product or solution that actually solves the problem that we are dealing with? Now, I want to show you something that is very, very interesting. Solving problems for companies with AI. I'm not talking about using ChatGPT this time around. Has immense benefits. And I want to give you guys a global snapshot of AI engineers' salary, and I mean globally. In the United States, if you're an AI engineer, they probably make around $142,000 every year. I mean annually. So if you divide that by 12, you can get to know what the monthly pay is on a monthly basis. Then in Canada, about 103,000 Canadian dollar. I hope somebody is not pressing their calculator using today's exchange rate to find how much that is in our Nigerian naira. It's a lot of money. And the interesting part of this is that there are a lot of open remote roles for as many as are interested in getting into AI engineering today, right? So let's try to move further down the line. So the next question is, if there is a lot of demand for AI engineering roles today, and companies are constantly hiring for new and new roles, then what is it that gets some people hired while others do not get hired? So what gets you hired apparently is the fact that you have what is called proof. You need to have what is called a proof of your ability and capability. And I'm talking about projects that you have built, right? You need to have engagements across credible sites where AI engineers are being sought for. I hope you guys are following me. You need to have systems that you have actually built in your own free time that actually solves a real problem for somebody and for someone. So you're not just doing another AI engineering course because you want to be able to add that to your CV that you learned AI engineering somewhere at a 2 weeks program or a 3 weeks program, and then you are coming up with that. I mean, I was contacted by a friend of mine sometime last year. She was hiring for an AI engineering role for a startup, and one of the things that we requested for that hiring process was share with us a link to your GitHub portfolio. So when I'm going through your GitHub portfolio, I want to actually see problems that you have actually solved. I want to see solutions that you have actually deployed that actually solve real life problems. I don't want to see hypothetical stuff that derive or that has no real value. So the fact that you have proof, and if you must take anything away from this webinar today, please let it be that as an AI engineer, you are that AI engineer that actually has proof of your abilities and capabilities. So we are talking about projects across your GitHub portfolio, um, engagements that actually show that you can do this. With your knowledge of AI engineering, you can approach a company and ask them, please, what are some of the problems that you currently have that I can solve for you free of charge? And you probably tie that around, okay, I would like you to be able to give me a referral when I apply to another job elsewhere with the intent that I've been able to solve this problem for you. Please just give me that referral because I'm going to solve this problem for you with my skill as an AI engineer. So there are a lot of um values that you get to offer AI engineer. So there's still a lot more that we are going to speak about, but I'm going to just take a first now and hand over to my host. We also have one of my colleagues on the call. I mean, very nice guy all the way from India. Ritik is currently here with us this evening, and he's also going to be sharing with us um while this lasts. So, Belumi, please, I'd like you to take it up from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Larry. And that was really great. And we're going to have Ritik here, like I mentioned earlier. He has worked for several companies as an AI engineer, and he's going to be walking us through the path, the structure of, of learning. All right. And Ritik, are you here?
Hey, hi. Yes,
Thank you
I'm
so
here.
much for joining us. So right now, Ritik will take it up from here. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Let me share my screen. Okay. So, can you confirm just once my screen is visible or not?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's fine. Uh, can this screen will get stopped sharing like someone else is sharing this meet already sharing?
Ritik, can you hear me? Hello, Ritik,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, you are audible.
Yes, you can. The slide is on the screen currently, and you can just continue from there if that's fine.
Okay. Is it visible now? Like the screen is visible?
Yes, please. Please, can you
Okay.
guys, please, if we can see the screen? All right, so somebody said we can see, so you can go on.
Yeah, please confirm in the chat box, guys. Okay. Okay, fine. Sure. So, like, is this PPT is visible, like the AI roadmap for data and heuristic to multi-agentic intelligence?
Oh, okay, so you have another slide.
Sorry, come again.
Do you have another slide you want us to put up?
Yeah, I want to share this slide that I have on my screen. Is it possible? Like, is it?
Yes, you
Yeah,
just have to present it.
yeah. This is visible, right? The AI roadmap from data and heuristic to multi-agentic
No, no,
intelligence.
no, please. I can't
Uh,
see it on my end.
just give me a second.
Did you use the present button?
Yeah, yeah. I have clicked on that. Just allow me a second.
Okay, I think someone said it's visible, or I don't know if it's your own slide. Damn, Larry, please, can you bring up Ritik's slide? Bring it to the stage. He has a different slide.
Just give me a second.
Please give me a minute.
Okay, so now it's visible, right?
Yes, I can see it. Guys, guys. All right. All right. So they can see it. The AI roadmap from data. All right. We can see that.
Okay. Fine. So we're going to take this PPT parallelly. So we have bring out two PPTs here. Okay. So we'll follow this as well.
All right, guys. So apologies about that technical glitch. I will just continue from where Ritik was supposed to start. So basically, let's talk about the roadmap. And what this roadmap does is that it talks about how you can go from being a total beginner or from wherever level that you may currently be, and then takes you to actually being an AI builder or an AI engineer. So I'm going to need our engagement here so that I can get an idea of what my audience really is all about this evening. So the question I want to ask is, how many of us have any knowledge of programming? You have any knowledge of any programming language, either Python, C plus, C hash hash, HTML, anyone? Anyways, HTML is not a programming language, but let me hear in the comments. Let me say in the comments if you guys have any knowledge of any programming language. Nil, nada, zero. Okay. Anyone? Okay, good. None. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, no idea. Oh, CSS React. Ritik, are you still there?
Yes, I'm in the meet itself.
Okay, um, I'm coming. I'm bringing up your slide now. I can see it already. So please go ahead. Your slide is on the screen now.
Okay, okay, fine. So is this screen is visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to make the context of this session and my current background, and then we'll start with how we can achieve something into this domain. Okay. So first of all, we will start with the role of this part, like how I have get into this part and what is my current role. Okay. So currently I am working as a AI engineer in US based company. Okay, where my specific role belongs from building the AI automation in the current part, and I also participate in the client side project where I provide a solution into this. Okay. Okay. So the aim is basically to not only the automate the process but also to understand the needs of the client so that we can reduce the cost for them. Okay. Fine. So just give me a second. Huh? Just give me a second, guys. Just give me sorry. Sorry. My bad, guys. Let's continue now. Yeah. So yeah, so I was telling that as an AI engineer, I'm building the solution for the company in the terms of AI, whether it is for a technical guy or whether for a non-technical guy. Okay, for a technical guy, they can integrate all the things which is required from a side of programming. Okay, you may be heard about a multi-agentic system. Okay, This multi-agentic system can be built by someone, and also it can be integrated inside a product like you can say cloud, and it can be utilized by a non-technical peoples, right? So I am working as a frontier for both of these guy, whether it is related to programming or whether it is related to building. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the part of the AI, first we will understand like how exactly the things came into the market, and how in the last 6 years the things are getting very much hyped, and the things are getting integrated very fastly, right? So talking about in early 1950s or something, there is a word called it as a data. So at that point of time, the data is nothing but it is a real fact and figures. Okay. So during that period of time, the people are using the heuristic approach. So heuristic approach means a thing where you predict about your product from your mindset. Let's say you have a data, okay, and you have some category, okay, in your business. Now you wants to understand like what will be your average sale and total sale can be happen in the next month. So you will just use a heuristic approach in this case, right? But later on, people have thought about that heuristic approach is not up to the mark. So what they have thought about, let bring some mathematical approach, and that approach is called it as a statistical approach. Okay. In the statistical approach, they have introduced something called it as a deviation. Like as a human, we predict something, right? But in that prediction, there may be some kind of deviation, either a positive deviation or a negative deviation. So statistics help to not only predict the future by forecasting something, but also identify what kind of deviation it can happen. Okay. And that is called it as a statistical approach. Like you can see here, from 1960 to 1980s, there is something called it as a heuristic approach, and there is something called it as a statistical approach after this. But later on, people have thought about that we can develop a machine who can predict on the behalf of us, or on a behalf of a human, and that is called it as a machine learning. Think like this. Let's take an example. If I wants to purchase one car, okay, and I am providing you some feature. Let's say I want seven-seater car, okay. Also in that particular car, it should run on the CNG gas, okay. Apart from this, my budget is 10 to 12 lakh rupees. Just tell me from your side, what could be a possible car that we can make out of it? Just tell me this part, guys. What we can, which kind of car we can purchase on this particular feature? The budget is 10 to 12 lakh rupees. Okay. It should run on CNG, and also it should have a seven seating capability. Just tell me, what do you think about this part? And just give me a second. Yeah. Any answer, guys, from anyone? Like, what kind of car we can make it from this? Okay. So, yeah. So, someone is saying that don't have any idea about it, right? Okay. So, let me tell you about from my side, okay? Let me share the screen again. Mm, okay. So, basically, the thing is that I wants to purchase one car, okay? And who is having some feature, right? Let's say the feature is I have 10 to 12 lakh of currency, okay, and I want that car should run on CNG gas, okay, and it should have a seven-seater capability. Then maybe many of you are not able to answer this part, right? Right? Why? Because your brain is not trained on that kind of data, right? So in that case, you can train some machine who can answer on the behalf of you, okay, and that is called it as a machine learning. Now coming to the part of generative AI. Okay. Now what is generative AI? Generative AI, it is a domain where you put a brain over there and you are making some question to that brain, and that brain is generating some answer on the behalf of you. The example is chat gpt. If you ask any question to the chat gpt, it will going to process your data and it will going to answer on the behalf of that. That is called it as a generative ai. But what is agentic ai in that case? What is ai agent? So ai agent, it can be anything who have a capability to perform some actions on the part of it. Okay. Example, let's take an example that the ai is not.
Please, can you guys confirm in the chat if you can see the screen? I was getting some comments in the chat that some people can't see the screen. Please comment in the chat if you can see the screen currently. I need to know that we are share. You guys are following what we have on the screen in real time. Please, I need some comments so I can confirm and then we can proceed. Can you see what is on the screen? Okay, Fola can see the screen from his end. Thank you, Fola. Okay, it's visible. Oh, thank you very much, guys. I think Ritik was having some challenges with aligning on that. Oh, crystal clear. Thank you. So, guys, I wanted to show us the three best routes to getting into AI engineering as at today. As at today, and basically, there are just three major routes that get you into AI engineering in 2026. In 2026, the very first one is what we refer to as the traditional routes. And I can observe from the comments in the chat a while ago when I asked about our knowledge of programming, when a lot of us said we have very little or no knowledge. um, so most of us fall into that category of the traditional route where you are a fresher, a beginner, you have little or no programming knowledge before now, right? So your learning direction as a traditional learner who is starting from scratch, from ground zero, is that you have to go through the data science route. We take you through the basics of Python programming languages, teach you a little bit of machine learning, exploratory data analysis, and then how to build and deploy AI models. So the modern route features those who are currently in the game. Probably you are a software engineer, maybe you're a front end developer or a back end developer, or you could be a DevOps engineer, as the case may be. The fact remains that you're currently in the game as an engineer and you understand most of the syntax that produces software applications. So you are not going to be starting from scratch in the sense that you already have basic knowledge and understanding of how these things work. And then we just find a way to layer on the knowledge that you already have and then find a way to exponentiate that to take you to where you're supposed to be. Now, the advanced route speaks to people who are senior builders. Probably you are a senior machine learning engineer, you are a senior DevOps engineer, you are a senior front end or back end engineer, and you're looking to get into AI engineering. The very fact that you are a senior meant that you've probably spent about 10 to 15 years building and shipping products at scale. I'm talking about products that cater to 100,000 millions of users, etc., etc. Right? So that is those are the three routes that get you from being a newbie or a software engineer or a senior learner into AI engineering in 2026. And what the three routes tells you is that regardless of where you are in your journey, you can get into AI engineering. Please type in the chat box that I can get into AI engineering. I want to say that affirmation. I can get into AI engineering. There's something that happens to you once you can affirm that you also can get into AI engineering. I cannot see our comments yet. I can get into AI engineering. I want to see it in the chat. All right. I'm seeing some already. I can get into AI engineering. Yeah, thank you very much, Delight. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Val Legal. All right, so let's speak about the traditional routes. So for those of us who have zero knowledge about programming languages, we have not written any line of code before now, and we are interested about becoming AI engineers. What a typical route would look like for somebody like you is that we are going to start with you from the basics of Python programming languages. We're going to take you through creating variables, working with lists, working with dictionaries, creating dictionaries, making API calls, and a whole lot of Python basics, right? For you who is just interested in getting started. An interesting part of it is that for every lesson that you learn in Python programming languages, there are going to be projects that are attached to it. So that by the time you eventually become an AI engineer and you're going for that interview, you have the proof. Remember, we spoke about proof a while ago. You have that proof that shows that yes, I have actually gone through an holistic learning where I was able to come up with these products by myself. All right. Oh, I love that. I love that abbreviation by Umoru. Thank you very much. Yes, you would also have access to the slides if you are on the community, on our community on WhatsApp. Then away from Python programming language, you're also going to be learning about how to handle data. You're going to be learning about a little bit of statistics. We're going to be taking you through some elements of data science, machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, natural language processing, what is referred to as NLP. Then we are going to be doing a little bit of prompt engineering. Now, I said prompt engineering, not prompt begging. We're not going to take you as a beginner and say go to YouTube or go to Facebook or go to ChatGPT and go and be copying so and so prompts. No, we are going to be learning how exactly it takes you to how exactly you can generate whole prompts that produce real results that AI systems can understand and translate into meaningful results. That is the first route. On the additional route, if you are on this call today and you are we are currently a software engineer across whatever domain of expertise you might be in and you're looking to get into AI engineering, what we are going to just be taking you through is, given that you already have background knowledge about what most of this system does, we're just going to look you through into AI by taking you first and foremost through the nuances of generative AI and large language models. We take you through some elements of Python because one thing I must tell you is that the best of the most advanced AI models today all run on Python programming language. I'm talking about DeepSeek, I'm talking about Claude, I'm talking about ChatGPT, Copilot. They all have elements of what Python programming language written into them. What that means for you is that you cannot run away from Python. Even if you have no knowledge of any programming, we are going to start with you with Python. Even if you are already a front-end engineer who has knowledge of maybe Java or Rust or whatever workflow you currently use, you have to learn a little bit of Python, right? So I mean, then in the advanced route that AI engineers also for the advanced learners, right? Um, so we will take you through data science essentials. You learn about generative AI. You learn about engineering practice and design and production thinking, as well as building your portfolio to show that yes, 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 and yes, I have this knowledge and I am able to do this, and this, which is actually very, very important. Regardless of whatever stage you are starting off from, you can actually get into AI engineering. Um, so I observed a while ago that Ritik was having some technical issues, not just presenting his slide, but also presenting live, but we are going to try and bring him back on the call very soon as we are working to resolve that technical glitch. So again, I have just spoken about the three routes that get you into AI engineering today. And just to reiterate, there is the traditional route, there is the modern route, and there is the advanced route. So regardless of where you are today, guys, if you are looking to get into AI engineering as a traditionalist, as through the modern pathway or workflow, and through the advanced workflow, there is an opportunity for you even today and tonight. So thank you very much, and I'll be patching myself through now to Belumi. Belumi, you have the mic now. Belumi, are you there?
Thank you so much. Please, can you okay, sorry, good guys. All right, I'm trying to present a slide. I hope you guys would see it any moment from now. All right. So now, Damlari just shared with us the three major routes for moving into AI engineering. If you're a total beginner, if you're already into tech, if you already have experience. So I would love you to tell me from that, which route do you think is best for you? You already know what the routes are called. So which route do you think is best for you out of the what Damlari has shared? That shows you understand it. So you know where you are, you know where you belong. Are you a fresher, are you a beginner, or you already have experience learning Python, you're already good with it, you're already building systems, apps with Python, and you want to enter into AI engineering, which route is best for you? That is a major part of this webinar to understand the. I hope you guys can see my slide. I don't think so. Damn, Larry, please. Oh yeah, is this okay? Traditional route, total. Not like just tell me the route, not where you are. Okay, so I can see modern route. Someone said. All right, someone said Nakulabo. I don't know what that is there. I don't know which one you want to combine together. So let me see that. Let me see that there are a lot of traditional routes. It means you understand where you are and where you're going to. So while we have that, it's important to know that even now that you've known what you should learn, you already know that okay, you should learn Python, you should learn SQL, you should learn statistics, and all of these things. There are a lot of things that make people not to be job ready. If you are here and the reason why you want to learn AI engineering is just so that you can learn it and keep it to yourself, then that's fine. But if the goal is for you to get a job, then you should be asking yourself, what is it that I have to learn specifically? Is it just the skill and the tools that would help me to become job ready? So I have to tell you quickly the things that are missing in the people that do not become job ready eventually. Number one is people that just watch videos. You can attest to that if you just keep watching different videos, you have different tutors on YouTube and all of that, you might end up getting confused, you don't have structure, eventually you get overwhelmed and then you give up over time. So what is important is not just you collecting certificates, you go here, you collect certificates here, and then you think that will get you a job. That does not get you a job. All right, I see someone saying advanced knowledge. Is there a route that I can learn in 2 to 3 months and get a no? There's no route like that. I told you we're not going to lie to you here. So there's no route like that where you're learning AI engineering in 2 to 3 months. All right, except maybe you are already maybe a software developer, you are already very advanced, and even that there's no guarantee of 2 to 3 months. So that's an answer to that. So collecting certificates will not guarantee getting a job. Just doing things and then collect a certificate. A lot of people don't even ask certificate, or just going for tutorials or just buying courses and all of that will not guarantee you. But what will guarantee you is building real projects, all right, following a structure from here to here, because all of these things come together to help you build the system, and building proof, which is the project that you are doing, and building real product, and then deploying these systems. These are things that would help you. I won't go into these mistakes one after the other, because you already know them from what I said, and I believe everybody here is smart and intelligent. So you don't want to learn randomly. Don't try that. Have a structured learning. That is the best way. You know your foundation, you want to learn machine learning, gen AI, you want to learn agent deployment. This is a clear route. Learn it clearly. Don't just go around watching videos here and there. You have to have a clear sequence. Get a project, because see, watching videos, learning, or getting into a training, that you buy a course or anything, does not guarantee that you become an AI engineer. It's when you really practice and you really work with what you are learning. So you have to build projects. After each training sequence here at Ayonaire, we have project that we do, because it is important. All right, so you have outcomes that you are expecting to see weekly or monthly. It's very important. Another thing is, don't just be that person that uses prompt. All right, you want to build a real system. These are mistakes that people make. You don't want to do that. Don't just build toy projects. Build real projects. I don't know how best to say that, but you have to build real projects that are valuable to real companies. So don't just say, um I just built something today, but it's not usable for companies. That is not the best route. Another thing is not documenting your work. People make these mistakes. I'm a product of learning in public. What do I mean by that? If you are doing something, make it known, document it. Larry mentioned it. Join forums of AI engineer, people who are AI enthusiasts. Put out what you are doing there, put your project there, have a portfolio. This is why you have to do that. Create your GitHub, be able to put links on your CV. These are things that differentiate you. When I started applying in the role of data analysis, and then I was building project, but I wasn't really putting it out there. And immediately I started putting the links, the GitHub links on the CV, the interview rate went up. So these things make a whole lot of difference. Document your work, have your portfolio. All right, it's very, very important. Okay, so you must also be able to explain your project and not just present them. These are mistakes that people make, and you don't want to make that mistake. All right. So also, when you are switching your career, don't try to erase your background. I've told you the other time, your background could become effective. So once you learn AI engineering, you can then effective into your background. And I've told you the best way to learn AI engineering. So from this learning, is it possible to become a? We'll come to the questions. Don't let me get distracted by that. All right. So the people who win in AI engineering are not always the people who start first. There are people who learn with structure. There are a lot of people who are started learning AI engineering, but maybe they started learning randomly. But where are they today? The circle keeps going back because they have to go back again. So the best thing I'm telling you, if you don't take anything away, is to take away, you need a structure. All right, is very important. That is what you need, and that's what you need to go away. Random learning is not even the best thing for you at all. If you learn anything like that, it doesn't work that way. All right. So this is the 5 part structure that you need as an AI learner. You need a roadmap. You need guided classes, and it's for me, courses are great. I mean, but it's better you have live classes where you have your tutors. These are AI engineers who are there. You can ask them questions, submit your assignment, and they give you project, and you bring back the project to them, and then they assess it and tell you what you do wrong. This is the best way, and you get feedbacks. All right, and then you begin to put this project in your portfolio. This is the 5 part structure that we use here at Ayonaire. It's very important. You have to follow structure, and then just follow this entire thing. All right, so the Ayonaire Academy Learning System, I'm going to introduce it to this. I told you the other time, Ayonaire is a tech academy. And what we've done today, the information we've given to you today, if you go away with it, can suffice in helping you making good decision. All right. But then Ayonaire Academy Learning System help you to gain structure. All right, the exact structure that you need. All right, so we have a curriculum roadmap, and it works this way. We have a 10-month AI engineering journey. Like someone was asking, can I become an AI engineer to this 3 month? No, we don't parade that. All right, we know that it takes work, and it takes time, and it takes attention for you to become this person that can earn as much as AI engineer does. And we do that through live classes. We have real tutors that are AI engineer, not people that have never not done any AI engineering ever in their life. These are people that are working in real companies, teaching you exactly everything you need to learn. Right, depending on the route that you're going for, it's live classes, and you have hands-on practice. Every student, if you've checked our website, these are testimonies from our students. Every student learns with projects, hands-on practice, and then they bring it to class, and then the tutors assess it and correct it, and then they get hands-on experience while learning. So you don't have to wait till you are done learning and then you start wondering, what do I now do with what I've learned? That's what a lot of people face. But here it is very different. So we are going to ensure that you have projects that you can build on, put on your portfolio, and throughout the course, you're going to have over 45 projects across the program, and that is a lot. If you have 45 projects, there's no way you're not good at what you're doing already. There's no way you will learn, because you have to be the one to do it by yourself. And then you also have industry projects. These are projects that relates to what businesses use on the outside world. And then, of course, you're presenting your assignments in class. Instructors are reviewing. And then there is career support, which I'm still going to go a little bit in. I need you to give me just 1 minute to drink water again. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, guys. So let's move on quickly. All right. So it's important. Learning should follow a building cycle. We already mentioned that. All right. So you have to learn and practice and build, document, and all of those things. The reason why we allow our students to present their work is so that we see exactly what they are building. Is it that helps us want to know that they understand what we're teaching them in class. I remember a student that mentioned the fact that, oh, why do we do assignments and all of that? That is the only way we can guarantee that you understand what we are teaching you. So teaching you and then letting you go after that time, and then you start figuring out what to do with the skill makes no sense. All right. So at Ayonaire, we ensure that you work, you practice what you're learning in class on real projects, and then you present them during the class. The reason why we're telling you this is so that you know that you're not coming here to play. Of course, it's going to be, you're going to put in the work, but we're going to make it easier by ensuring we teach you correctly, we teach you the right things. That is the way we're going to make it easier. But then you're going to play your role, and then we're sure we play our role. So this is the only way we can ensure that you understand what we are teaching you. And then you're going to get feedbacks. This is the major reason why our students grow. You get feedbacks from the tutors, the teachers telling you the mistakes you've made, and then what you need to improve on. And when you're getting that, you go back to your drawing table, you do everything they ask you to do, and that helps you to really, really build the engineering mindset. All right, that is very important. And then we build this every week, because classes are every week. All right, you attend the classes, you practice, you build, you ask questions, and that's why we ensure it's live. Most times, some people also, we make it flexible, but some, we'll come to the questions later. Please, I really don't want to get distracted now on the question, but we have the Q&A session. So it's, oh my god, I almost lost my train of thought. Okay, so we build every week, because classes are every week. We ensure that we have flexible times that works even if you are working, and then you can come into classes, and then it's live. The reason is we just want to ensure you understand. We don't want to leave you with recorded classes and you're trying to understand what terminologies they're even using. So that is important. And of course, the training follows a structure. And if you've seen a lot of academy out there and you're wondering, these are things like I told you, you can verify. If you're wondering what the difference is with Ayonaire, is the culture of excellence here. Why do we go? It's more stressful to have live classes. It's more stressful to ask you to bring your assignment to class. We've had to, deal with student, different, type of student. We're happy to do that, but it's more stressful. But we prefer that way, because this is the only way we can guarantee the kind of student we are graduating from our classes, from our colleges. This is the only way we can guarantee that this person, once this person carries the mark of this academy, they are good. All right, that is why we ensure that we have projects, and we don't deliver on these things. Of course, you can always, we'll talk about that later, but this is the reason why we do that, and that is the difference. It's the culture of excellence. So if you are someone that would, just want to come to class, just want to learn, you don't want to do assignment, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to work, you don't want to build projects, this will not be the right place, really. This will not be the, but if you are ready, you want to really become an AI engineer, you want to be able to say, I have done XYZ, I have built this, I've worked with real data, real business data to build this, then this will be the best place for you, because you are not going to learn ordinarily here. The learning is structured. We are using, like I tell you, industry experts as our tutors. You are doing assignments, you are doing real projects, and you're building portfolios. You're building real portfolios. And in fact, we have a system, an entire AI system for you. But I'm going to talk about that later. Don't let me get ahead of myself. All right. So you already take this away from this thing, that becoming an AI engineer is possible. With structure, it is possible. If you don't learn randomly, it is possible. And the reason why people would stand out is because they have what recruiters are looking for. Recruiters are looking for people who have done the real work. They are looking for experience. That is the main reason why recruiters here, especially in the advanced world, don't necessarily ask for your certificate. If you really have used these tools, they are mentioning these tools, you've used them, they're asking you about a time when you try to build something and you have things to tell them, then you're hireable to them. All right. So it's about what you can build. That's why they're asking you. And that's why the core part of our training is you building the real thing. Learning is just a fraction of the entire stuff. All right. And so that is the part that our job here is to just ensure that you don't just learn AI engineering, but you become job ready. And we do that through every other means. I've talked about portfolio. I don't want to go into that. Your GitHub, all of these things will be taught to you in the academy and how you should do it. We have your CV will be done. Every single thing will be done just to ensure that you are standing out of the crowd, even when people are submitting their CV. So this is important, all right? So I'll go ahead and just introduce Ayonaire to you. I would have wanted us to look at the AI jobs that are available, but I believe these are things that you can do. There are many jobs available here. You can see them, senior AI engineer. So go on platform like LinkedIn, go on Indeed, go on Glassdoor, several other ones that that houses international jobs. I believe that you will prefer international jobs that are remote. All right. So look out for these things and you can see all this. And this slide will be available to those who are on the group. All right, so these are real jobs that are available. You can check their descriptions and you will see that exactly the things that we have shown you in the roadmap are the things that they are expecting from you. And that says it all. All right. So if you can use these tools very well, just check out all of these roles. You can see the locations there. You can see roles that are there that are remote. All right. The jobs have it in common. Just go and do this research. I will leave you with that. We've done a lot and I will leave you with that. Okay. So let's continue on to that and I will just introduce Ayonaire to you at the moment in a while. Okay, there are many things you would still be able to see through the slide when you get it. So quickly, I mentioned this slightly the other time. Ayonaire AI Engineering Program is for 10 months. The structure it follows, it has 3 acts and we have 41 modules. It is absolutely comprehensive. The curriculum is out and it's public. All right, it's available and I think it should be sent to the group. Portfolio projects that you would be getting is 45. If you don't know what that means, that's a lot. Number one, it makes you an expert, it makes you good at it. All right, because 45 projects is not something small. And industry based projects will be 10 production grade project. This is something that is very, very applicable directly to businesses that are out there hiring for these roles. All right, capstone projects, you will do end-to-end capstone project. The learning style, it is live, it is guided, and it's hands-on. I already told you the reason why we do live. It's more stressful to do live. We could record the course and just tell you that okay, just access the course, but we want to ensure that we know you understand what we are teaching you, so it is live. And then the cohort size, it's only capped at 50. The reason is that we are going to be doing a lot of things. For example, you're going to be having 45 project, 10 production grade project, and we ensure that we give feedback to each student. So it's a very personalized journey, and so we cannot have thousands of students in a cohort. So it is capped at only 50 students, and you're going to be having support, instructor support. You're going to be having the administrative support, and the entire academic support. All right. Okay, someone said a full school. I mean, you see the thing with skill, sorry, let me shift this in. The thing with school is that a lot of us go to school to study a course for 4 years, right? We go to school to study a course for 4 years, but we expect that we want to get in the roles like this, and it should just be with, maybe 2 weeks. No, 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 it's a real course that you don't have to go back to school to do. So it's an opportunity to even be able to do it with that space of time. 10 months, it's like even a compressed time for you to be able to do that. So yeah, it's like a full-blown thing that you have to learn. You're going to earn the money, so it's is worth it. So, for example, I studied biochemistry, and the first salary I was paid was horrible. So, I would definitely spend more time learning something that I know has the capacity to give me more. So, I think that is for those who said, "Oh, it's a full." So, I don't know. I don't. We don't have the time for me to share the curriculum, but to be shared with you, it has been made public so that you can see it. The Act One is the foundation. The Act Two is the core AI engineering, while the Act Three is the modern AI engineering. And these are all the things you are going to be learning in each act. And there are 42 modules in there I've shown you. But beyond the training, I said I wanted to share this with you. All right, I wanted to share this with you. We're going to take all questions. I don't know why I keep looking at the question. It's distracting me. All right, so beyond the training, we have the Ayonaire Career Accelerator. We do this for all our students. It's an entirely different provision that we've made for all our students. And the first one is AI Career Agent. Of course, we cannot teach you AI engineering without showing you that we use it ourselves. So what this helps you to do is it helps you to act on your it acts as your personal career co-pilot. All right, helps you to guide your career identity. So as you are learning, this career agent is helping you prepare, helping to show you where you've gotten to in the journey. It's helping you to prepare your resume, it's helping you to improve your resume as you are doing your project, and you are informing it. It's telling you, it's helping you reshape how your CV can be so that it gets more attention, all of that. So the career support tools, we have a lot of that. We have resume review, portfolio website. We have AI system that will generate your portfolios for you. We're supposed to show you all of this, but yeah, we don't have time. Job assistance system is also there, but this is after you have successfully gone through our school. All right. So then that helps you to discover the relevant job. And we have a specific platform. It's like LinkedIn. It's specific for our students, where recruiters can come and get people that are skilled in this particular role. And then it's also a place where you can, I said like LinkedIn. So if you use LinkedIn, it's like social media, where you can post what you are doing. For example, you did a project today, you can post, I went through this, whatever order you went through, you can put it there, and then you put it out. So every other person in the community can see what you're doing. So we built it specifically for our students, all right. And there are a lot of things within um um the school that you will find that we are freelancing AI agent. You can get this, all right. Different freelancing agent, you and our student take priority in that place. We have a talent marketplace. I already said that specifically for our student. It gives you visibility and is within our ecosystem. So it helps recruiter to discover your profile. So your profile is going to be built. The AI stuff is going to help you with most of that too. And then there's portfolio website builder specifically for a student. You get access to all of this when you get into the school. And then you're prepared for interviews through our AI interview agent. You do mock interviews. So you are absolutely prepared for job at Ayonaire. That's the difference. So there are a lot of academy out there that prepares you to know the knowledge, get the knowledge, but we literally prepare you for job here at Ayonaire. All right. And I already told you the reason why we are different is majorly the value. But even more than the value, let's talk about the fee. All right. We have a lot of institute out there, and you can. Somebody said this lady is not replying question. I mentioned that we're going to come to question. I don't want you to distract. All right. So we have a Q&A session. So please, in about few minutes, we're going to get to the Q&A session, right? So apologies for that. That's why I'm not replying. All right. We're going to respond to every question. Thank you. So yeah, we have a lot of academy out there, and these are real academies. You can check them out, and this is how much the currently charge for their AI engineering. It's okay. This is how much they currently charge. All right, we have Tech 365 charging 1.5 million. We have $3,000 and a lot of other stuff like that. At Ayonaire, we only charge 3 million actually. However, we are currently on a promo to 500,000. All right. And with every single thing that we are putting in there is way, 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 way worth more than that. And this is the opportunity you get for even being in this masterclass. Like I said, we've given you the roadmap that you need to get started with what you want to get to. However, if you think Iona is the best place for you to do this, if you think, oh, this is where you get the most value, which I believe you will, you can check the curriculum. You can, compare these things, and you will see that this is way more, worth more than it. And so at 500,000 promo instead of 3 million, we're charging only 500 promo at the moment. And this is an opportunity you want to take. And I said it the other time. Oh, so out of all these promises, what if you don't fulfill the promise? What if we get there and we don't do projects? What if there are a lot of questions in your mind? And I understand that. And like I said, legally, it is legally binding that if we do not fulfill those promises, you are going to have them. If we do not fulfill those promises, you can legally. It's not like you just send an email and all of that. Oh, what if they don't refund? You can legally request back your investment. Absolutely legally, I mentioned that. So it's important. It's because we're not here to joke, but in case, let's say something goes wrong and then we don't fulfill what we have told you, you can legally request back your money. Yeah, your questions will be attended to. And the reason why you should join now is, like I told you, the future is not tomorrow, it is today. This is the best time to start now, where the is still prime and you can still learn, and then you figure um that there are more opportunities that will eventually open up to you. Stop learning randomly. It's time for you to stop learning randomly and begin to work towards the thing. So it's not just about wishing to become an AI engineer. It is important for you to take the right steps to it. And I've told you exactly what you will get. You're getting a lot. You can see it here. All of this in virtual internship experience, you are getting all of that. You can have access to this to check that. All right. So the investment for this cohort is starting. Has started already. There are quite a number of people on the group that I sent message to our CEO severally, and couple. Yeah, you can have access to the slide later. Couple people have started to make their investment towards the program even before tonight. So I would not say starting tonight, but officially we're making it open. All right. So today's cohort promo is going for 500,000. The real price, oh my god, I said 3 million the other time, is 3.5. The value for the training itself. 10 months to this thing is 500,000, and it's 100% risk free. I told you, you have 120% money guarantee. The reason is that 20% is oh, we've wasted your time, we're sorry, and all of that. And I mean, you can request this back legally. All right. And yes, I see somebody asking, can we pay instrumentally? So we're thinking there are a lot of working professionals among you, salary based, pay at once. So for people who want to start but cannot pay everything at once, we created instrumental plan for you. First instrumental plan is that you can pay 100,000 monthly for 5 months. All right. The second installment is that you can pay 200 for the first month, 200 for the second month, and 100K for the third month. And the third installment is that you can pay 60K for 10 months. So that would be 600,000 if you're paying for 10 months. Of course, I mean, if somebody is paying at once and then you want to take 10 months to pay, you are taking a lot of risk on you. So that is the reason why you're paying 600K, which is absolutely fair compared to the original value of the class. So yes, that's is it possible to become an AI engineer? There is not coding part of AI engineering, but I'm already going to the question, sorry, but I must tell you that it's important. If you really want to be that person that is really building systems, then don't want to get out of the coding part of things. It's important. There's a non-coding part, but it doesn't make you like that very, very, very professional person. But another thing I must tell you, there are many AI tools that makes coding very easy. Very easy. There are many tools right now that make coding very easy, unlike how it was before. So that's the way I'll answer that question. So this is how to register. We're going to take question immediately out. I'll leave this slide for those of you that want to register tonight. You have the opportunity to get into the program. How you want to register, pay to this account that you can see is the company account. After the payment, please, Z has been sending you message on the group, and I need you to send the payment the payment receipts to her. Z, you see her on the group. She's been messaging you. She's been the one reminding you about this webinar. And then you get access to the academy, and then you get access to all the things that we have said immediately to your dashboard and all of that. Remember, we have only a cap of 50 people, and we have over 1,500 people. We have about two groups. We have over 1,500 people. All right. So this is the token that you have to invest towards your future. I mean, and there's nothing much to convince you about. If it's something you really want to do, if you know the value of it, if you know the worth of it, then this is a token compared to that. So please let us start taking questions. If you've asked the question before, please post it again. All right, please post it again. So I hear people say it's very expensive. So the question you need to ask yourself: expense is very relative. If I'm going to make $10,000 for something, if I need to pay $1,000 to get it, 1,000 is not expensive. Or if I'm going to make 1,500 from something and you ask me to pay 1,000, then 1,000 is expensive. So it's relative to value. Once you see an amount for the amount, it's going to be expensive to you. So the question you need to ask yourself is, what is the value of what I'm about to get into? All right. What is the value of what I'm about to do for myself? So I will allow you to figure that out by yourself. All right. So please drop your questions. And give me a minute. I just need to plug in my charger. Larry, please, we have questions, and to be great to attend to them. I quickly need to charge.
All right. Thank you very much for your time and your efforts, Belumi. Okay, so I would while we yes, you can pay in installments. We mentioned that you can pay in installments. We mentioned that. We mentioned that. Yes, you are going to need a laptop because you are going to be writing real codes and shipping products. So you can't do that on your phone. So you definitely need a laptop. And I have a question here that says, what is the difference between DevOps engineering and AI engineering? So in very large organizations, we have DevOps engineers, and what they basically do is that they ensure that for applications and systems that are already live, there is no infraction between when the engineering team build products and then ship that into the live environment. I'll give you guys an example. You guys have had quite some instances where your bank app sends you a notification that they are going to have where they have downtime and you can't access the app, you can't make payments, you can't receive payments, you can't make transfer, you can't buy airtime, you can't do anything on the app, right? So what is happening in that instances is that your app is currently being updated by the engineering team. They're probably adding new features. They're probably optimizing the app to make it faster and all of those things. So sometimes there are updates that happen to your app while you are using it that you do not get to notice that there are actually anything going on. But when you are done, you just observe that this app looks different from when it used to be. So at the forefront of those updates and changes are DevOps engineers. They set up the pipeline that ensures that there is continuous development going on and continuous integration into the live environment, what we call the CI/CD pipeline, right? How many of us noticed that? I think in the last 2 weeks in Nigeria, the WhatsApp status interface has changed entirely, and if you observe that, not many of us had to update our WhatsApp to get that feature update. So at the basic level, you have DevOps engineers making sure that that stuff happens without any infraction on your day-to-day usage of WhatsApp, essentially. So AI engineers, on the other hand, build intelligent systems that are capable of understanding what the domain issue is and providing predictive capabilities to problems. On your WhatsApp, same WhatsApp, you probably go to your Meta AI and then you ask your Meta AI, um, just ask some random questions, ask things about yourself, ask things about you. And then what Meta AI does is that it looks through your previous records or database, interacting on WhatsApp and across the Meta spectrum essentially. And then it gives you intelligent answers that you look back and feel, oh, this guy seems to know so much about me already. So AI engineers are responsible for building those systems that ensure that you are able to get value for whatever it is you are doing. The other question I would like to answer is that the curriculum. Yes, Prince John.
Please,
I
Damilare,
believe you
can
are.
you share the brochure? Can you project it? Someone is.
Um,
I think or it should be sent to the group. I think everybody's on the group. So for the
yes,
route, someone is asking for the route. So majorly we are doing the traditional route. All right, it's from the we are moving from beginners to the end of it, and that's a 10 month. So I can see a couple of people asking about that. Damna, please, I'll come back to you. Bad route. So we are doing the traditional route. So we, like I said, tonight is a night of information to give you information. All right, doesn't mean we're going to do everything in that. So number one is we are going by the traditional route from the beginning to the end of the of AI engineering. So yeah, the amount is for the route. This route, you will see that in the curriculum. I Damilare, please, you can continue. One our question, I can see where the academy is located and all of that. One side, please. Damilare,
all
you
right.
are okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was saying, the cost is just 500,000 naira, and you can pay installments. I think Woolburg has been consistent in asking if the class is on site or recorded. So the class happens offline, and offline in the sense that we have 3 classes every week, and then it happens on our virtual site. The classes are always recorded and they happen live. The reason is that most of the time the kind of people who have joined our course are people who are actively employed and are looking to transition into AI engineering or data analysis or any tech skills per se. So what we've done is that we've found a way to manage the fact that you have your 9 to 5 and also looking to upskill. So we hold our classes 3 times a week. Each classes spans about 3 hours. 2 classes during the normal work week and then 1 class on weekend to make it 3 complete classes every week. And I tell you that our classes are so comprehensive that each class lasts for 3 good hours. Within those 3 hours, you get to learn from your instructors. You yourself will do your live demonstration. In the next class, you come to class to present your assignment to your instructor and to your other learners. The reason why we do this is because we want you to develop the capability to be able to defend what you have built. If you have built an AI agent, for example, you get to present that to
Oh, sorry. I guess the network kicked Damilare out. I okay. You're back.
okay. I'm sure. Yes. So the idea is that you are able to explain your thought process. You're able to explain your solution, how you have built it, and how it fits into what you have been requested to do. The idea is so that you become so independent that when you are leaving the course as a student from Ioneer, we have full confidence in your capability to, be able to attempt any such problem as may be necessary.
All
I have a
right.
question that was. Can I take this next question, please, Balumi?
Yes. So
Yeah. So the question is, when is the next cohort starting? So our orientation
not
for
on the
this
board.
cohort.
Mhm.
What did you say?
I'm just saying I have it right on the slide, but you can continue.
Okay, so it's just on the slide. Our onboarding starts is going to kick off next week, Saturday, on the 13th of June. And the classes are 100% virtual Ubog. I hope that answers it for you. The classes are virtual. And yes, you need to learn Python to become an AI automation engineer. Also, it depends on what kind of automation engineer you want to become. Is it a code automation engineer or a no code automation engineer? So, if you've decided to be a code based automation engineer, then you need the knowledge of Python programming language. However, there are also no code options, right? If that is what you are interested in.
All right, thank you. Somebody said I missed the amount for the course. My network was shaking earlier. So yeah, I'll go back to the slide. The slide is here. So this is also to answer another person's question. I think I didn't answer it, but someone is saying, is it for the three categories? So I'm going to say it again. So it's a beginner to production ready AI engineering program, meaning that you want to start from the beginning. You want to learn the entire thing that is needed for you to become an AI engineer. That is what this program is. All right, and the regular price is 3.5 million. However, we are currently running a promo, and it's presently 500,000 naira, which is the steal. Here you can see we showed you in comparison to many other academies out there, and even the one here, which is 7.7 million. I will still tell you, for knowledge like this, they advance. All right, so you can't really say, oh yeah, this amount is this amount is too much. 500,000 is a steal for this at the promo rate presently. So that is the price. The promo rate at the moment is 500,000, and we offer instrumental option. Let me go through the instrumental option again for people that are just joining us that missed out of it. The first instrumental option is that you pay 100,000 monthly for 5 months, which some people have started doing that already. And then the second installment is that you pay 200 in the first month, 200 in the second month, 100 for the third month. All right. The last installment is that you pay 600,000 for 10 months. That's going to be the entire period of the training. And that should even tell you something. We're not going anywhere. All right. So if we're asking you to like split your payments for even, and there's an option for the entire period of the training, shows we are going nowhere, right? But we know that there are many working professionals amongst us. So these are three installment plans, and definitely if this is something that you understand the true value of it and you know what you really want, one of these options will be very, very most suitable for you to get started in this field. Yeah, the course is all about, okay. All right. Yeah, please, the brochure, do you have it, Amla? Is it possible or it will be sent to the group?
It's on the group already.
It's on the group, Mr. Barita Reba. So every single thing, it's structured like we told you. So you can see everything that's going to be taking. Please check the group right now if you are there. If you are not there, we can add you. All right. So it's in there. The course is all about AI engineering, every single thing. AI automation is also part of it. I saw somebody asking about AI automation. It's part of it. AI engineering is a much broader part of this entire thing. AI automation is just something in between. Thank you so much. All right, they've answered most of this question. Larry, I don't know if you still have other things, but these are the things. This is account number that you can pay into right now and send um your receipt to Blessing. We have only 50. I need to say that again. We have only 50 slots. I don't know. I don't have an update on how many has been taken. I must say, you don't have to be scared about any of these programming languages. All right. You have to understand that it's a process, it's a journey. When you get started, you might feel like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's normal. It does not make you less intelligent. And that is why we ensure at Ayonaire that when you are learning, you are practicing. The reason why a lot of people get overwhelmed is you are watching 2 hours video, 1 hour video, 3 hours video, just learning. You never put it to use, you never put it to work. There's nobody to assess the work. So there's no break, there's no feedback, there's no correction, and that's why you're overwhelmed by it. But where there is a feedback, oh, you didn't do this variable well, you didn't do this, you used the wrong variable, then you go back to it, and then it's better understandable for you. That's why our classes are live. All right, it's virtual, but it's live. You have assignments, you bring them back, they assess, and that's why we have limited slots available for the classes. I'm saying this because some of you, these are the things that stand in your way to taking that next big step. That could be the next big step of your life, and they are very, very beginner friendly. So please go to the no, the 50 slot is not taken yet. I don't have an update on how many has been taken, but it's not all taken yet. I want to a project. King White, I don't understand that, but maybe you say you want I want a welcome project. I don't know. So what happens when the slot is full is we stop taking in student for that cohort. All right, that's the only thing that happens. So for this cohort, once all right, so it's been answered. So once this cohort is full, we defer the admission to the next cohort, and of course, we don't know when the next cohort will be. So you don't want to defer. This is a 10-month program. The earlier you start, the better it is for you. The quicker you are able to get into the journey and advance with it as it is advancing. Is there a cost variation for the two you just mentioned? Okay, so for the AI engineering program, we don't have code and no code. So Damlari was only answering the question for someone who said to become an AI automation expert, do I need coding, right? Or Python. So it was only saying automation is about you building, workflows, right? And agents, agentic AI and all of that. So for example, you have Zapier. You can use Zapier to build all this automation without necessarily using code. But there's definitely, it's just like you build a website with Wix, and then you build a website using coding. There are many tweaks, there are many things you can do with that website you built with code than with the websites. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're still there.
All right. Now with the website you just built with Wix, that's the difference. All right. So you can become a no code automation expert, but it can be that standard. So our program is not just about AI automation. AI automation is just a part. This is an entire AI engineering full scope program. So I hope that answers Ladi Umoru. King White, I don't understand your question, what you mean by work on project, but if it's anything related to the program, like we said, you're going to build projects as you go, as you move through the course. That is the way we will know that, okay, when recruiters are coming to look for AI engineers, we can say that we don't want them coming and then everybody just have certificates. Okay, please, we are not all working professionals. A consideration will be appreciated. And yeah, that is why we have three options there. So I just mentioned working professionals in the sense that, in the sense of why we provided installments. So I'm not saying everybody is. I mean, we have students. We have students who wants to go into it as early as possible, and that is why we gave three options. From these three options, there is definitely one that is going to be most suitable. I mean, this is a lot of consideration already. So I understand you, Ladi Moro, I understand, but where there is a way, a will, there is a way. So yeah, that's why we've considered these three. We would never have gone this low. I mean, considering paying this amount for 10, we would not have done that. Normally, your entire money should be paid off. All right. And then we know that, okay, we're not after any student, which we do not want to be. But because we do not want to limit anybody, that is why we have done this. I hope you understand. Okay.
Hi, Elumi. I want to say something very quickly.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I wanted to address the fact that I feel that a lot of guys are probably scared about the code of a thing. But I want you guys to know that the AI engineering course is 100% beginners friendly. What that means is that we hold you by the hand from day one, take you through everything you need to know, you know, everything you need to know starting out as an AI engineer. From the basics of Python programming language, you would understand from first principles the things that you need to do. And one thing I can always assure you of is that in any instances where you feel you are probably not being able to catch up with the rest of the class for whatever reasons, you can always reach out to myself. personally on WhatsApp. I'm the CEO, and my DM is always open, right? So anytime you have any questions, any issue, probably we've discussed something in class, probably about using Python to create dictionaries, and you did not seem to get the concept for whatever reasons, and you don't want to drag the rest of the class back, and always reach out to me. We schedule one-on-one instances in those cases to ensure that you're able to grasp fully what has been taught in class, and then you're able to meet up with the rest of the class where they are on their journey, right? So there is that option, and I really want to let you know that these classes are 100% beginner friendly. Everybody starts on the same level. It means that all of us are going to be writing our Python together from A to Z. And yes, Coburg, the classes are they are live, they are not pre-recorded. So it means that you get to see your instructor write the code, get you through the system thinking together live in class. And you're also able to do that live in class. You present your assignments, you present your projects, you present your solution, your code, you explain everything live in class. We do not run pre-recorded classes. This is not Coursera or Udemy. I hope that's fine with you. And yes, Emmanuel, the payment plan is on the WhatsApp group. You can just ask the assistant on the group, Z or Blessing. I'm sure she would have dropped that on the group already. So again, I want to mention that for as many of us that are interested in joining, and we are looking to go this installment route, please feel free to reach out to us on WhatsApp. We are very happy to have you join us. If it's the installment option you are comfortable with, please do well to have that discussion with us and let us know how that we can help you get started on this journey. So anything at all that you need, just reach out to Blessing on the group, and we can take up the conversation from there. Let me over to you. Thank you. All right. Do we have any more questions? We can still take a few more questions before 9:30 before we call it a night.
Right, thank you. Yeah, I believe that a lot of questions have been answered. I wish I could join, but this go. We're going to update us. Okay, so I wish I could join. Okay, I don't know the reason why this you're unable to join this cohort, but like we said earlier, it is better done on time. Really, sometimes when we let time pass over things, life just comes over it. So of course we don't know when the next cohort is coming up, but of course if we are together on the group, why not? But it's better you give it a go now or think about it more deeply in a way that is possible. Can we have the payment plans on the WhatsApp? Yeah, please stay updated on the WhatsApp group. We can see people already registering, and we are glad you are taking steps towards that. We're going to be sure what is the particular day stated to submit the assignment. Is it weekday or weekend? It's going to be during the class, depends on when the assignment is given to you. It depends on when the assignment is given to you. For example, let's say you have classes, let's say Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, let's say for example. Then the teacher tells you which part of the classes you should submit the assignment. Some of the assignment might take you 2 3 days, so it depends on that. I believe maybe you're asking that because of work. Like we said, these things can be flexible. We understand that we all have different schedules. You can always discuss these things with your tutors, with Damilari, with myself, with um Ayobami. You will get to know a lot of other people eventually. You can discuss these things. If there's anything that's not going to work in a certain way, the classes are even recorded also, so that even after the class, you have access to rewatch again. So that's the answer to that. Looks like more questions are coming, but we really need to call it a day. You feel free to ask questions on the group. We are there. Z is there. We're there to answer your questions. And we should call it a night, really. For those of you that have taken the steps, yeah, the onboarding process is going to start, as you can see, on 13th of June, and full training starts on 16th of June. During the onboarding is where you have access to the dashboard and a lot of other things that we have mentioned. That will be all for today, guys. I'm Larry. I believe that will be all right. You are muted.
Yes, Lumi. I
Okay.
wanted to also extend that we will be opening next week also for our one-on-one clarity session to anyone that wanted to join, but that still has questions. It could be around the installment option. If you feel the installment plan we have does not work for you and you want something different, you can always reach out to us on WhatsApp or ask to speak with me or Melumi or any of us, or you can just use the clarity session that we booked that is available on the chat on the WhatsApp chat to speak with us. We are absolutely here to support you guys, and anything that you might need, please feel free to reach out. And really, this has been a very wonderful time with you guys. I mean, having to join a call like this on a weekend, I mean, you guys are really, really wonderful. I wish I can share cook or fan cards to all of you for your awesomeness. Thank you very much, and it's been very nice doing this with you. Melanie, thank you.
Thank you so much. The curriculum is only the first page. No, I just checked it now. Maybe it's a network glitch from your end. I just clicked on it again now, and it's absolutely the entire page. It's going to take you into a document. I'm looking at it right now. I can't seem to share my screen. I would have shared it with you now. And we have several pages on it. So I guess it could be a network glitch from your end. All right. If anybody is experiencing that problem, let us know. But I can access it. Maybe you can access it again. Please check again. Yeah, check again. There are a lot of pages on it. So thank you guys. We don't want to keep you waiting. It looks like a lot of you are willing to wait more, but we need to call it a night. Tomorrow is Sunday, of course. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure being here, and we're going to see you on the group, and we're going to see some of you in school. All right, bye guys, and have a great evening.